Happy New Year, everyone. I hope 2019 is starting on a right foot for you all. For me, it's starting in Disney, which is why we're back here about a week and a half before the new year. And since I don't really know what's going to happen in the world of sports, in the immediate terms, I'm going to just go and talk about what I'm excited for 2019 in the world and context of sports. Now, this is in no particular order, although I'll try to keep the events a little chronological, as much as I can. First off, the Manny Machado-Bryce Harper sweepstakes. As of recording, it looks like the Manny Machado market has narrowed down to the New York Yankees, the Chicago White Sox, and the Philadelphia Phillies. As for Bryce Harper, his market's a little murkier because of his astronomical price. But if the Dodgers don't sign him after moving Matt Kemp and Yasiel Puig, I don't know where else. Maybe the Yankees, because they do have a position of sorts in the outfield and could use a left-handed bat very much so. Now the Super Bowl. While it's still 2 years on, the shadow of Colin Kaepernick and his protest decision for the national anthem still seems to be lingering over the heads of the sport. Particularly this time it seems the Super Bowl halftime show, which has seen performers pull out, boycott it, you know the drill. While I don't think anything's going to really happen this year, maybe we'll see the Bubble Bowl performance actually come to the Super Bowl. I wouldn't be surprised if the NFL does something for the next Super Bowl that kind of appeases these external forces. We'll see. Next, can the Golden Knights avoid a sophomoric slump? The Golden Knights, of course, took on the hockey world and the sporting world by storm, going all the way to the Stanley Cup Finals in their first year. In their second year, they've stumbled out of the gate a little bit. They're a few positions back of the lead in their division. But you know the drill by now. Sophomore seasons, whether it's players or dynasties or stuff, a lot of the times take a step back sometimes. So will the Golden Knights get back into the playoffs? Will they get their Stanley Cup in their second season? We'll see. Baseball coming to Europe. Over the summer, the Boston Red Sox will host the New York Yankees for a 2-game series in London, the first MLB games ever played in Europe. This seems to be part of a larger outreach for MLB of recent years. Notably, this year, they're also going to Japan for a 2-game series. And last year, the Dodgers went south of the border to play a 2-game series there with the Padres. Football is already entrenched in England thanks to playing 1 game a year for the last several years. So will this be part of a new tradition of American sports coming to Europe? Will we see this expand to other cities, maybe in Germany, in France, in Italy? Time will tell. And finally, my biggest thing for the year is CC Sabathia's swan song. As you know, Joe, CC Sabathia said that after this year, 2019, he will hang up his spikes and call it a career. Now, while that might be impressive in itself, the fact that he has 2 milestones he can achieve. First, early in the season, is he can get 3,000 strikeouts. And second, later on, near the end of the season, or middle even, depending on how it goes, he can get his 250th career MLB win. Now, he already has strong credentials for the Hall of Fame, but get those 2 milestones and you're pretty much locked in there. It's interesting to think, looking back on his career, that had he not gone into a spate of injuries in the last several years with his bulky knee, that maybe he would have already reached both of these figures by now. Nevertheless, Sabathia has cemented himself as one of the best pitchers of the 2000s and even going into the 2010s, especially with his run from 2008 to 2012. And that is all the things that I can name off the top of my head that I am excited for in the world of sports in 2019. Obviously, there's a lot more that can happen. Can the Brewers capitalize on their success? Can the Browns do something next season? Can they take off from this year's surprising performance? How will LeBron James fare in LA? Those stories may get into my top storylines later on for the year. But until then, hope you had a great new year. I will see you next time.